We've had a lot of questions from members about treasury making. Basically, what is a treasury? How do I make a treasury? Where do I find how to make a treasury? Why should I make a treasury? A lot of good questions about what it is and how to do it. So today we thought we would break it down for you a little bit, show you some tips and tricks on how to make your treasury making a little bit easier and help you get toward making a really good front page worthy treasury. First of all, what is a treasury? A treasury is a series of 16 curated items along a theme. The theme can be anything from a color to a holiday to a song lyric to a room in your house. It can be pretty much anything you can think of. And what you're doing is you're going in search of items that will fit along your theme. Treasuries are used as the items on the front page of Etsy. They take the top 12 items, the top 3 lines of the treasury, and put them on the front page as advertising, basically, for the site, Etsy, and each of the shops. So as you can see, this particular treasury is following a neutral theme, grays and tans. And if you want to see the treasury that is on the front page, all you need to do is click on the link with the name on it. It tells you who you were picked by, and it will bring you to that treasury page. And we'll show you the rest of the items. One of the great uses for treasury is indeed getting items put on the front page of Etsy, but is also good for just advertising other members of our team and getting people to see your items within another collection. People who will stop in to see the treasury may favorite your shop, may favorite your item, may buy something from your shop, save it for later. So how do you make a treasury? There are a few different ways to find the treasury page. One of the things you can do is go down on the left-hand side of the page and click on Treasury. And this will bring you to the Treasury main page. This shows you the top hottest treasuries or the most popular current treasuries on Etsy. And then it will also show you where to create a list, a link to look at your own treasury lists, and then it also has the day's trending tags. And these are important because this is what people are searching for within Treasury, and this is what's being put in treasuries that particular day. So right now, the tags are May, summer, for her, anything that is seasonal or particularly popular at that time, you're going to see on the trending tag list. It's good to check those out and see what people are looking for. Maybe base your theme off of that, or add some of those tags to your own treasury. So from here, you can click on Create a List, and it will bring you to an empty treasury page, which we'll come back to in a minute. Another thing that you can do is you can simply go up to the top, and if you have Etsy.com typed in, you can backslash and type treasury. And that will bring you to the treasury main page as well. Another thing you can do is you can go to your public profile, and if you have your treasury lists listed, you can click on that, and it will bring you to your own list of treasuries that you've made recently. And you can click on any one of those, and just like the treasury main page, there's your create a list link, your treasury lists, and the trending tags. So you can find treasury lists in a bunch of different ways. If you don't want to come to the treasury page to create a list, you can open any treasury. This was a heartbeat treasury that I made yesterday, but you can open any treasury, and on the right hand side is create a list. Every single treasury has that link. So no matter what you want to do, as long as you can get to a treasury, you can create your own. When you are looking at a treasury that someone has made, there's some different elements. You have your title at the top, and your title can be simple or it can be quirky or it could have absolutely nothing to do with your treasury whatsoever. It's totally up to you how you want to title it. Previous and next will take you to a treasury that was made before yours or after yours so that you can scroll through and look at different options. Your stats will tell you how many views it's had, how many item clicks you've had, which means somebody has opened this item, and how many admirers you have to the treasury. If you were looking at someone else's treasury, since I'm looking at my own right now, it won't show it, but if you're looking at someone else's, there'll be a heart here for favorite. Click on that and that favorites the treasury and that throws that into your activity feed. Your activity feed will show that to anybody that follows you. Tags are things that I've used to tag the treasury. That's where those trending tags may come in. Our team tag is Heartbeat, H-A-R-T-B-E-A-T. We want to use that in every treasury that we make. That makes it searchable for us. If you click on that tag or any of those tags, it will bring you to anything that has been tagged the same. So these are all Heartbeat treasuries that have been made. That tag helps us find a treasury that you've made if you don't happen to come and list it on the board so that you get your credit for your monthly treasury. Under Curator Tools, this is for the person who has made the treasury. If you click on Edit, you can change things around. You can change the position of the pictures. You can change the title. You can change the tags, whatever you want to do. Delete will delete your treasury. Create a list will give you a new one. And your treasury list will bring you back to your list. If you click Tweet, if your Twitter is linked to your account, it will bring up a Twitter box that will automatically post to your Twitter. Same thing, Pinterest will pin it and you can like it on Facebook. At the bottom, it will tell you who the curator is, who made it, their shop, any information that they've put in the description. I always like to mention that it's a Heartbeat treasury and put our team link to it, just in case anybody wants to check out more of our shops. And then underneath, people can leave comments. It's always nice to leave a comment if someone has put you in a treasury. And it's helpful to just look at some of the team treasuries and give a supportive comment. It helps with the popularity of the treasury. Curators can also put their own comments in if they would like to. So that is the setup of the treasury and how you can find it. Some tips and tricks when you are starting your treasury. One easy thing to do when you're starting one is if you have a new list open, you probably are going to want to have two windows open. One window to search for items and one window to put the treasury in. A word to the wise, if you leave this page, if you renew it, refresh it, go back, go forward, you are going to lose everything. So you have to be very careful not to close this page while you're making your treasury. Type in your title, type in a description. Over here for privacy, when everyone is clicked, that means when you hit save, everybody can see it. If you are in the middle of a treasury and you are not ready to publish it yet for everybody to see, if you click only you and draft, it will put it into draft format and only you can see it. You can come back to the treasury from your treasury list and you can come back and finish it, change this back to everyone, and then everyone will see it. And then this is where you would add in your tags. So you put in Heartbeat, you would put in whatever other characteristics you want to put in. So we saw that May was popular, summer was popular. So we'll just put those in right now. I'm gonna just title this Heartbeat Promo. And we'll go off in search of some items. Up in the search box, you can search for anything. I'm going to type in Heartbeat as my search item and see what can come up. Hopefully our membership is starting to tag more of their items with Heartbeat. That makes it easily searchable for us to type that in. So we're looking for something that would be May finds, that would be summary, just to start us off on a theme. So here you'll see is that there's a bunch of Heartbeat items listed. So we'll take these earrings, and once you open an item, you can copy and paste the item listing. So you would go to edit and copy, or use Control-C on your keyboard. Go back to your open list and then edit and paste, or click Control-V and then hit OK, and the item will show up. And then to do this, you go back and forth. There is an easier way to do this. If you have Google Chrome, we have another video that shows you a really quick Treasury app that makes treasury making so much faster, and you do not have to worry about losing your page. So if we're looking for items here, I'm just looking for things along the same color scheme. So I'm going to take this yellow one here, and we're going to put that in, and we'll just kind of go back and forth until you find items that fit your theme, fit your colors, make a good match with what you're looking for. And it can take a while sometimes to find things that fit your color scheme. So you do want to give yourself a little bit of time to be able to sit down and make a treasury. Heartbeat treasuries require that you have 4 Heartbeat team members in your treasury, and then the other 12 items can be from any member of Etsy. It doesn't have to be a team member. So once you get your 4 team members, you can go off in search of the rest of your items from the treasury list. What's great about Treasury is when you find your items, you can rotate them around and put them in any position to help make the treasury look more like what you're looking for. Once you find your items, you go down and click Save, and it will save the treasury and it will show up in public. So I have that one saved now. Some other tips that will help you in treasury making. There are 16 different items. Please use 16 different shops. You do not want to repeat a shop. You also do not want to include your own shop in your own treasury. You are using Treasury to promote other shops, so putting your own shop in is in poor taste. You don't want to put your own shop in your own treasury. When you are looking at what makes a good treasury, it's always good to check in on what's on the front page, and they rotate the front page treasuries every hour on the hour. So if you click in, you can see what is making it to the front page. Usually what you will find is very nicely styled photos with a clear, crisp background, bright items that are easily seen. You can figure out what they are. Something that just makes for a lovely visual photo. And this is important in your own photo taking of what is going to be most attractive to people making treasuries. A white background is always suggested to be good. Wood backgrounds are very popular. Gray backgrounds are very popular. You want to try and avoid a very colorful background because that sort of pigeonholes you into a certain color scheme. Watermarks, while they're helpful for shops keeping their copyright, especially photographers, you will not often see a watermark on the front page. So just kind of keep those things in mind as you're looking at photos for treasuries. You really want to look for beautifully styled items with really nice, sharp photography. You don't want to take anything with a blurry picture or something where the item is completely cut off and you can't tell what it is. So just be careful when you're making your picks. The nicer the treasury you make, the more apt it is to get more views and the chance for it to get put on the front page. We hope that this will help you with treasury curation within the team, help explain what it is, and if you have any questions about it, you can certainly let us know. You can also go up here on the right side of your screen and you can click Help, and if you type in Treasury the first thing that will come up is what is a treasury and how do I create one? And that's basically in Word format what we've just gone through for you today. And it will just give you all of those little tips and tricks and let you know just how to do treasuries. So that's always there as a resource for you.